What's going on, my intergalactic pals? And today I want to talk about wording in Star Wars and how it could very much differ from other card games. So, if you come from a different card game and you're learning this card game, the thing is that you can't use the same understanding from one card game to another. It doesn't work that way. And I'm going to go over why. And this was brought to my attention because someone asked me about it, and I was like, without looking it up, without digging for additional rulings or anything like that, I gave a base. This is, if it was me, this is how I would understand it based on my knowledge of other card games. And that is Grand Admiral Thrawn at 7 for 8/7. It should be here. Or here, somewhere. When played, an opponent chooses a non-leader unit they control. If they do, this unit captures that unit. If they don't, ready this unit. So, wording is different. What do I mean by that? In certain card games, if you're playing a multiplayer game, an opponent, meaning that anybody at the table who is my opponent, has the option to choose to follow through with one of the conditions. So, in Magic, one of the cards could say, when you play this card, an opponent can choose to take 5 damage. If they don't, you draw 3 cards. You go around, you're like, hey, you're an opponent. I'm playing a commander. I go, hey, you're my opponent. Do you want to take 5 damage? No. Hey, you're my opponent. Do you want to take 5 damage? No. And I go to my last opponent, hey, do you want to take 5 damage? And they say no. Well, guess what? 3 people said no. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Now, if I said, hey, do you want to, my first 2 say no, but the last one, the first and second player say no, but the third player says yes, they take the 5 damage. I don't get to draw the cards. Here, the when played, an opponent may choose. The clerical ruling for wording of an opponent and multiplayer is, if there are multiple opponents, the controlling player chooses which one will be an opponent. Now, at this point, I'd rather wording be pick an opponent instead of an opponent, target opponent, pick an opponent. It could be any of those kind of, you are designating what the opponent is in a multiplayer game. That is more clear. It's a lot more cleaner, I feel, for a new player to understand, because if someone is new and they don't know, and maybe they're getting into Twin Suns, I feel Twin Suns is really is really good. I enjoy it. And if someone new from another card game comes and plays, and they're like, oh man, this Grand Admiral Thrawn is really good. I like it. I want to play it. And they play it, and they have 3 opponents, or it plays against them or whatever. They're not going to understand an opponent as the underlying definition of choose an opponent. You pick. It's your choice. They're going to see it as, well, I have 3 other players. One of them can opt in to let a unit get captured or not get captured. So if you're new and you're getting into Twin Suns, hopefully this is a little bit more clarification. I read this and I thought, in my head, it makes sense, even in Twin Suns, for one of my 3 opponents to choose to let a unit get captured so it doesn't come in readied. But with the additional rulings, an opponent means you choose, and at that point I'd rather just say, when played, target opponent may choose. When played, pick an opponent. I think that would make it a little bit more clear, a little bit more cleaner, and there would be no confusion. That's pretty much this video is all about, is just wording. Wording is different in other games, and if you're coming from a different game and you don't know Star Wars, and maybe you don't know a lot of people who play Star Wars or don't really get into the rules as this, hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions, please ask them down in the comments down below. As always, please be safe out there in our big galactic world of ours, and I'll see you around.